So I decided to kind of harvest stuff in my garden. And crawl in here. Stuff is a little spiky. See a bunch of tomatoes. Bad one. Yeah, too damaged. Throw it away. So I'll take a couple. Better take them before something happens to them. Before they go bad. No idea what they are. They have seeded themselves. Let's see. How are we looking? Peppers here. See, I think this pepper can be harvested. This might be the orange pepper. So they look a little more orangish than yellowish. I'll leave that one on. That one is still too yellow. Yellow tomato. Pepper. Tomato, not tomato. Yellow pepper. Ooh. Okay, so asparagus is overgrown and it's kind of shading out all the eggplants I have here. Yeah, eggplants are doing real bad for me this year. Let's see. Nothing there. Yeah, I didn't think it would be so shady. I didn't think the peppers plant would get a lot bigger than the eggplants. I thought they would be about the same size. It seems like peppers are a lot bigger this year. Okay, well, see, that's a big plant of peppers, and then it's kind of laying on top of the smaller ones. Hey. Oh, I think I broke a green one off. Pick them up, pick them up. Pick this too. So a couple peppers. Don't see anything on there. So this is a big plant, but I don't see any peppers on it. In theory, either this one, or this one are supposed to be red, but they all look yellow to me. Well, hopefully some of them will be red, because I tried to plant every color to have, you know, a little more colorful variation, but somehow they all look yellow. Yeah, these are my big pepper plants. So as far as I found out, the sticks, they're too flexible. So yeah, next year I have to use some stronger sticks to keep the peppers up, or use this kind of cage. But if you could see, this tomatoes grew pretty good, but they're not fruiting yet. Well, no ripe fruit yet in them. So this thing, if it's gonna have any peppers, like it's flowering there, it's gonna fall over, because all the weight is gonna be on top. As long as it doesn't break, it will be alright. Still green. We want color peppers, so we'll leave them alone and hopefully they'll ripen. Got my pruners because I know I had some eggplants, and I'm pretty sure it should be harvested. But that one looks too young. See, the thing is, I wasn't able to get out in the garden for the last week. That's actually more like a week and a half. And maybe my mom harvested some of it, because I do not see. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Now I see it. Okay. Here's one. So yeah, I got a couple eggplants. Just quickly look around to make sure I don't miss anything, because like I said, those, I knew that they were supposed to be here. That's how I found them, and I gotta remember there is one more growing, and man, they're spiky. Yeah, eggplants. It's almost like you need gloves to harvest them, to work with them. Up, here we go. This looks like something ate it a little. But, you know, with us, our garden, it's nothing new. Ooh, broke a leaf, but this is not the flowers. It's flower in there. Come some tiny ones. So just gotta remember to once in a while come over here and check it out. Look at this. This is a sweet potato, and it was planted all the way over there. I see my peas are coming up. Should check once in a while too, see if it's gonna fruit. Let's see, corn. I left that for seeds. Okay. So this is what I got out of this section. Yeah, let's see this melon over here. It still looks pretty green, so we'll let that go. Let's see, is there an eggplant over here? Yep, a small one, but I think it feels like it should be good enough. Because it's not a problem if you harvested a little younger. Small seeds, I don't know, with us, we never have them growing too big. Seems like they're small, but you know, we get it and it already has big seeds in it, so it's not gonna hurt if we harvest it like that. Let's see, raspberries, not ready yet, not over here. They're getting there. You know, we could harvest herbs if we would want to, but we got plenty of them. Here's, we got more of them. See, look at this, I planted the oregano here, and it's spread pretty good. Now I know my mom harvested a bunch of onions from here. No idea what's with this one, we're just laying there. Guess she left a couple, I don't know why. I guess they're still growing, maybe the others already fell over and they were not growing any bigger, but these are still growing. So that's why she left them. Now what in the world is this? I think I'll just pull it out. Now this over here, this is looking like a mulberry tree. We don't really need it in the garden. Tomatoes. Here, I'll take this tomato. So again, this is a seedling. I got it from the different part of the garden. We had the Malahitova шкатулка tomatoes growing there. And then I guess either one of them maybe got rotten or something like that, fall to the ground, or someone was eating it and kind of threw some seeds down. But we had those seedlings come up, and so I decided to plant it since, you know, they're nice tomatoes. And so I took a seedling from there and planted it over here. This is kind of my, had too many tomatoes, no idea where to put it, so I just put them over here and kind of neglected it. Look, this plant is almost dead. Yeah, I didn't prune them as good as I did the other ones, but yeah, they're still producing some fruit. Looks like not much, but it's all good. Because, you know, we like to relax and just take it easy. Don't like to work too hard. Even with minimal effort, you know, God made it that things still produce. Even if we don't take care of it. Beans, beans, beans. I should take that. I could remember where I left the beans for seeds. I don't think this alright. Look a little too young. These are bush beans, dragon tongue beans. I guess it would be nice to have them standing up a little higher so they wouldn't be laying on the ground. So they would be cleaner and then less chances they will rot. Oh yeah, now this look like the beans that you might want to dry. Guess I shouldn't have ripped it off, but it just seemed a little old, diseased, because that's what happens before it dries. So I finished harvesting the beans. So from this plot over here, we got some tomatoes, we got some eggplants, peppers, beans. So this is one of my fenced-in gardens. So we're gonna go right now to a different section, see what we can get there. Okay, so even though the plants look like they're more dead than alive, but part of them are still producing. So we got a couple cucumbers once in a while. See, this one I left it for seeds for next year. This one we'll take that. Here, one here. This one here too. Okay. It was a little hard to pull it off, just uncomfortable position I was standing in. You don't really see any other cucumbers there. So it's the end of August pretty much. Still getting cucumbers. Yeah, this one, time for it to go. Like I said, not the pretty ones like before. If before we were getting them that looked like this, now I guess they're more like that. But again, thank God for everything we have. Could still enjoy them, they still taste good. Okay, I think my watermelons are ready to harvest. See, this thing is dead. I don't know, just sounds pretty hollow, kind of almost tight, like it's ready to burst, but it did sound kind of like that even before the thing died. And then this one, like I said, I don't know, it just is like softer, but again, this thing is dead, so we'll try, see if they're ready to be harvested. This thing, I think it's getting ready too. Never mind, it's ready. Okay. Whew. How I know. But look, let's not look at the ugly side, let's look at the pretty side. I'm gonna go inside right now, cut it, taste how it is. And I have another one over here. Pretty sure this one's ready to harvest too. That, oh yeah, kind of split. Yeah, this one's split up. Time to eat them. So we'll add this to our harvest. Isn't that pretty? So that's why we were at the store today. I'm looking around at all the fruits and vegetables. I'm like, we don't need that, we don't need that. We got our own stuff of that. That stuff is coming up. So hey, thank God for everything. Look at that. I have so many vegetables, fruits. I got some peaches today. They're still producing. So yeah, just enjoying. I guess I could try to say the fruits of our labor, but really we didn't labor that much. We just put it in, maybe water it once in a while, maybe pull the weeds once in a while, and just harvest it and enjoy it. And it just grows by itself. So hey, thank God for the fertile soil we have. So from this section we got a couple cucumbers, we got watermelons, and we got cantaloupes. Could have harvested kale, could have harvested a long time ago, but still feel too lazy, because if I harvested I have to prepare it for the freezer, because we're not gonna use it right away. So it's just growing old. Oh yeah, I opened up this section, so this lettuce plant, so it could flower and hopefully make some seeds, and we'll have some of our own lettuce from seed next year. And look at this sunflower head. It's so heavy, it's bending down. I can actually reach it now. Before I wasn't able to reach it. So hopefully we're gonna get some seeds. Still a pretty tall plant. I guess I just gotta find out exactly when do you harvest them. When are they ready? So I just went inside the house, tried the cantaloupes. and they were not bad. Pretty much something you'd get at the store. If not better, it's not worse for sure. So, you know, kind of sweet. Like I said, I prefer those kind of melons, but I had some room, and like I said, you know, cantaloupes, they're not that bad, so I planted a couple of them too, and looks like they produce a little better and stuff. But anyway, so cantaloupes, I mean, it wasn't bad, pretty good, sweet. And then the watermelon was really good, but it was already a little overripe. So I think I'm gonna take this one inside too. Yeah, it tasted good. The only thing I didn't really like, it was almost hot because it was laying on the sun, so the temperature of it was just too warm. So we kind of tried it, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge, cool it down a little. But yeah, here we go. Second watermelon, a little bigger, and hopefully it's gonna be better. But yeah, the taste is awesome. I mean, if they all taste like that, it's worth growing them if you have space. Just sweet, juicy. So I think I'm gonna plant them next year again. Like I said, this variety, I think it's a sugar baby. So you know, last year I tried to grow some. I'm not exactly sure what varieties they were, but they were bigger and they weren't as sweet. Just didn't seem like they were ripe enough. Even though the wine started dying, and like it looked like they were ready to pick, but when you cut them open, they were still kind of more pink and red inside. But these watermelons are good. So I'm gonna take some stuff from this section of the garden. Another fenced-in area. Tomato. Let's see. Another tomato. Hey, peppers. So these are the cayenne peppers. I don't know if they're supposed to be this small or not. Never grew them before. I don't really grow spicy peppers, but I was given this for free, so couldn't say no. So now we're growing some spicy peppers. Tomato in there. I'm gonna take that just so it doesn't rot. I need to cut it off. Don't want to damage anything. This one. Probably gonna take this one and that one. A little dirty, but perfectly good tomatoes. It almost seems like these neglected tomatoes are doing better than the ones you try to take care of. It's like less disease and less insect pressure. I've got this pumpkin, that's pretty big. Hopefully nothing's gonna eat that. I thought I pushed it away from the fence, but looks like it grew bigger and it's against the fence again. I think I left okra and it overgrew a little. Where are my pruners? So this okra, sadly, but I think it has died. Some bugs on it. This okra plant is the one that's producing. Well, this okra is kind of grown, but you can see it's getting eaten alive. It was taller, the piece broke off because the pumpkin wine was too heavy on it, and so it started growing again, but again now it's too many bugs. This one made it above the pumpkins, so this one's growing. This is more the size I like. They're not as woody. I was thinking to go and get some corn. We've got some we can harvest over here. I guess this is a second harvest. Yeah, this is something you won't get at the store. Such tiny heads. So because they were so small, I think I kept them on here a little too long, so it might be a little old, but I'll still eat it. So don't think this thing was pollinated too good. Look at this corn. I think this is corn. Kind of looks like some kind of wheat. See, I think that's corn growing on there. I guess there's no point of keeping this on. Pretty much I'm gonna take all the corn that I can find. Let's break this one open. Yep, ready. So here is a stack. Here is a better looking one. So we jump in and break this off. So I guess this is all my corn for the year. Should be enough for our family. So yeah, this is an example of why we can't really grow anything outside the fence. Okay, here we go. Now we're in another fenced-in area. This is my mostly tomato area, but again, didn't get in here too often, so we got a couple cucumbers. We're gonna cut off a second why do you want to keep saying tomato? I guess because there's too many tomatoes around. Second cucumber. Okay. Let's get to harvesting tomatoes. This one looking pretty. Peppers. Okay. I think I'm gonna take some of this. Let's get the basket closer. Harvest a bunch of these tasty things. Yeah, not all of them will make to the house. So disease keeps creeping up. I didn't have time to prune it. Probably should go through and do it again. What I know, it might be a little too late now. So it seems like they rounded off a little more. I think the first ones that were more a little like kind of squarish, had like corners. The ones that were here now, they're just kind of like roundish. Because they look like great tomatoes, but they're still good. Okay, what do we have over here? Do I harvest it or do I leave it? I think I'll harvest it. This big beauty over here. I mean, yeah, I know we had bigger, but it's okay. Make it to the other side. I guess we should get some of these tomatoes too. You see how beautiful it is. I'm not sure if my mom took some fresh seeds from here or they fell off, some made it, so I'm gonna leave two until I ask her, because maybe we're gonna leave this for seeds. So who knows what we're gonna get next year, what they cross-pollinated with this year, but I really like them, so I wanna save some seeds from them. And so this is my second basket harvested today. You can see we got more cucumbers, corn, some hot peppers, some tomatoes. And so this basket, peaches, grapes, watermelons, cantaloupes, the stuff that did not fit in the baskets. this is all we're blessed with. And this is, I guess, the last full week of August.